What's up, everybody? Big Herc, and we got another dope Fresh Out interview. I'm here about to show up with the homie Gil, let him kick around his story. He's been out for a while, but he's doing some really positive things. This is a guy who helps employ ex-homeboys, getting out, trying to do something positive, and he's making big moves. Hasn't been back to prison since. He's an OG, and we're about to get his story. Fresh Out, life after the penitentiary. Yo, everybody, I'm in the house with OG Gil here. You know what I mean? He's gonna tell his story. He's got some interesting things he's doing right now, and he's gonna keep it real with you guys. Gil, why don't you let the people know a little bit about what you have going on and your backstory?
Right now, what I got going on, I'm a superintendent for a structural concrete company. I probably oversee anywhere from 15 or 40 guys, depending on the job. I probably have about 15 guys who are either on probation or parole for various different crimes. Some are ex-gangbangers. Some were guys that probably would have been gangbangers.
Okay.
And I used to be the guy back in the days, you call for a strap or you call for backup, but now I'm the guy you call for work.
Oh, okay.
And when I mean work, I mean construction work, and that's what it is.
And so, how'd you grow up, man? Were you in the game? I mean, what is a little bit of feedback on your childhood or adolescent?
I originally came. I was born in Honduras, Central America. I came to the U.S. to North Hollywood in 1981. I want to say by 86, thank God, my mom got my citizenship paper, because nowadays you do something wrong, you get deported.
Yeah.
And I would say by the time I was 14, in 1989, I joined the gang. I joined North Hollywood Boys. I gave the hood a good 10 years. I got busted in 91 for assault with a deadly weapon on a police officer and assault with a deadly weapon on some enemies back in the days. I got 8.25 years. I went to YA. This is pretty much my breakdown of my history of my jail time in YA. I got busted in 91. I went 91, 92, 93, I got paroled. By 94, I'm busted again. 94, 95, I get paroled in 96. By 97, I'm busted again. 97, 98, 99. So I'm coming in the streets, banging, going back to YA. Streets, banging, going back to YA. So I was wrapped up in the madness of the gang lifestyle.
And how were you able to finally break that cycle, man?
The only way I see it, Big Herc, is it was an awakening. I think we all, especially guys who have been in jail, who have done time, who are actually doing right, I think there's a point in our time when we're doing time that one day we wake up and we're just like, what the fuck am I doing in here? Mm-hmm. It took me many years until about 90, when I got busted in 97 for another violation. I was at the substation of Van Nuys. I know I had 2-3 years to do ahead of me, but I was in there like, what the fuck am I doing here? But a week
finally hit you.
Yeah, but a week before that, I'm ready to fucking bang anybody, get killed for my hood. I'm thinking everything is the hood, and the hood is everything. Mm-hmm. And that day I woke up. I want to say it still took about 2.5 years to get out of jail. Mm-hmm. I went to the parole board in 98. They went in, they saw me. I came in there with a gun charge originally. My first violation, I got caught with a Tech 9. My next violation, I got caught with 2 more straps. So I've been in there 3 different times with guns, and I've been telling the parole board this, that, and the other thing. No, I'm gonna do good, I'm gonna do good. By this time, I already know in my head, I'm not coming back to this fucking place. Mm-hmm. I got 3 years to max out, and I'm never gonna see this place again. I went in there, they told me, Mr. Hada, you've been here before, you got another gun charge, what are you gonna tell us now? I told them, I'm not gonna be like the guys behind me. I kind of burned the spot for those guys. I said, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you I'm gonna go to school. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that I'm gonna do good. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you any bullshit I told you before. Those were my exact words. The only thing I can tell you is when you let me out of this place, I'm never coming back. They kind of tripped out, looked at me. They said, we're here to see if you're gonna go home or not. I said, I understand. I said, when I was a kid, I used to think 3 years was the end of the fucking world. I'm 20-something year old now. I know I fucked up. I know I've been living a pretty much fucked up life, but the only thing I can tell you, I'm not gonna bullshit you guys anymore. When you let me out of this place, I'm never coming back. They added another year to my time. and they sent me to a psychiatrist because they thought I was institutionalized. I go to the psych. The psych asked me the same thing. I said, listen, if I knew what made people like me do what I do, I'd be a millionaire. If you knew what made kids like me do what we do, you'd be a millionaire. He signed off my paper, said other than an arrogant, cocky son of a bitch, he knows what he's talking about, and that's it. I got another year, and I got out after about 27 months.
Okay.
I came out. I moved in with my girlfriend at the time, which is my wife now. She had a previous kid. I had a kid. We got together, and the hood did call me back. And when I say the hood called me back, I've always lived around here. Homies roll up on me, 2 of them, which I'm not meaning rolling up in a bad way. They're just coming up and they're like, what's up, fool? Let's roll. And I'm like, nah, I'm good. And they're like, come on, because they knew how I was. I used to be a fucking knucklehead. When you say I don't give a fuck, I mean, at one point in my life, I did not give a fuck. I didn't care about my life. You think I cared about yours? It was a horrible existence. But now I'm looking, I've got a girl, I got 2 kids. My daughter's mom at the time is having her own issues. She's going to jail. I'm 24 years old. I'm out on parole. And it's either I start digging ditches and get my life fucking straight, or I'm losing everything. And that's the day I kind of started doing my thing.
And so while you were in that last time, what were some of the things you did to try to get your mind right? Because I know I've been to YA, and for a lot of people that don't really know about, California Youth Authority, it's motherfuckers in there just riding. That's all they do up in there.
That's what you do. You go in there. When I went in there, I was 16, 17. By the time I came out the first time, I'm hard. Now I'm an 18-year-old fool straight out of YA, been working out, and I can fight. I go back in, I come out. Every time you come in out of YA, you get a little harder. But the thing about YA, at least, and I'll say this much, YA saved my life. Because during all those years that I was being a fucking knucklehead and a fool, at least I didn't get stuck in a prison system. When you get a young guy in next to a penitentiary, they're gonna suck him up dry, dude. And they're gonna run all this game on him.
The big homies.
There you go. And it's fucked up. Some guys just sit there and try to do right by you, but when you're in that lifestyle, misery fucking loves company.
And a lot of people always ask me, like, oh man, what was going on in there? What kind of crazy stuff did you see? And I know in YA, I told dudes, it's like the shit it's off the hook. 'Cause you got youngsters with testosterone and shit. What are some of the things that you saw in there that was like this crazy, man? People wouldn't even believe, man.
I want to say, when I got to YA, I got to Paso Robles. And that's when at that time it was just pretty much Southern Hispanics and all the Southsiders, and obviously Crips, Blood, and everybody else. But there was no Northerners in that YA yet. They tried to integrate them. Well, when we were in the first units, they integrated them in there, and they were trying to put them out to the main yard. Well, since we're the fish in the yard and they're coming to our, there was riots every other week, and you would have riots. You would have guys. I've seen guys get packed with locks and socks. It's. You don't see much stabbing, but you do see a lot of violence that way. But the one thing that I will say that YA is different from prison and all that. When you go to YA, it's not. It is racial in some places, but even your own race, they're banging on you. Some places, if you're not up north, it's not like all the Southsiders here. No, even Southsiders have their own little cart, and people are banging on each other. And that's the difference between prison. Prison, obviously, everybody goes to their side and gets on the race. But with YA, it wasn't like that, which that makes it a little more dangerous because you got to worry about the blacks. You got to worry about your own guys who ain't your homies.
Exactly.
Who are banging on you. And that was it.
And a lot of people, I tell them, because, they want to know, like, well, what's all the animosity, and I know you got like guys from up north, you hear one thing, but why is all the animosity from, Hispanics from up north, Hispanics from down south, when everybody's like, oh man, why can't we all get along? What's, in your opinion?
That's just straight prison politics.
Oh, prison politics, right?
That's what it is. I mean, and many people have many different ideas of what it is. And me personally, at this point in my life, I'm not worried about any of that. I mean, whether it's up north, whether it's guys here who bang against my hood, and just I'm just trying to live the American dream. I mean, and my message is that everybody out there who thinking that gangs are glamorous, the gangs are this, it's not, dude. It's all you're gonna get out of the hood is death and destruction. That's it. And it may not just be for you, but for the ones around you. When guys are in gangs, let's say me and you are in a hood, you're my homie. You get killed, yeah, that's my homie. I'm gonna fucking cry this and that. After a couple of years, you have other homies die. It doesn't hurt as much. You begin, your heart becomes like a callus. You get cold blooded, and then after a while, homies are dropping. Whatever. Yeah, you go to the funerals now, but the ones who are left on the back is the mom, is the daughters, is the sons, is the fathers. Those people forever in their fucking life are gonna have a hollow fucking spot in their heart, and people don't realize that. They think, that's my homie. I'm gonna throw a little beer from him. That's it. That's not what it is. There's a huge picture, and aside from the one that the guy who got killed, the guy who killed him is the same thing. Most likely, he gets caught. He's gonna go to prison. That's right. He's losing his family. You're losing on both fronts. You're losing on both fronts, and you're killing each other for absolutely nothing.
And when, being inside, man, and, looking back, what was one of the hardest things to cope with? I mean, I tell a lot of people, it's not guaranteed you're going to get family visits. It's not guaranteed that you're going to make it out of there. I mean, what was some of the things that you felt mentally that were challenging for you?
I'd say just everything, especially after, let's say after you get into a riot, you go into a hole, you're stuck in a, 8 by 10 cell. You might get a pencil like this if you're lucky. They shoot you a Bible, and then you're just in there with your thoughts.
That's it.
You're just in there with your thoughts. And we were young, and I'm saying all the guys who I was locked up with, I've seen guys in the hole for fucking, and back then it's not a long time, but you see guys for 11 months. This and that. They're young kids. You got 17, 18-year-old kids fucking losing their mind.
And what, I mean, in your opinion too, a young person being in and out the hole like that, what is that psychologically, what do you think that does to a person, man? Because I know kids who, like you said, when I was in YA, that went in and out the hole and got in trouble, and when they get out, it's like mentally they can't really cope with regular society.
Well, what it is, it's that the hole will fuck you up as far as the mind. Till this day, I would say, not 1 month goes by that at least I don't dream that I'm in either YA or I'm in jail.
That's crazy. I get those same nightmares.
You know
and I don't know how I got there. I'm trying to get out. Nobody has a release date.
But now I don't mind them, because you know why? I wake up and I'm like, fuck, I'm free.
Yeah.
Instead of having the dream when you're in jail,
and
you're free, and you wake up and you're locked up.
You hear the doors click, you're like, fuck,
or you hear the lights go, bang, on it.
Oh, man, that shit is fucking horrible, man.
So yeah, but the biggest problem you have with guys transitioning outside a jail is this. They come out, they got chip on their shoulder, they're tough. I mean, these guys just came out of the war zone, dude. I mean, they're coming out of prison, they've been fighting or what have you, and the guys that I hire, I gotta give them a speech. And everybody knows, what's a speech? I said, listen guys, this ain't the penitentiary. If somebody's telling you, they ain't snitching on you, this ain't the hood, we're here to work, we're here to make money, we're here to fucking do what's right. And if somebody's telling you, they just don't want to carry your water for you when you're working. And that's one of the toughest rules to get into these guys and kind of break them into it.
Do you feel like, having been in the system now and now that you're actually employing these guys, it creates a better bond? Because a lot of guys, it's hard for them to cope with people who don't know their background. Because I know you get a lot of guys, who come in there and they want to have the chest out, and you can look past all that.
No, absolutely. The first thing is people are intimidated by it, and they don't want to deal with it. But kind of rightfully so. If you're going to a job and you're a superintendent, you don't want to deal with this fucking knucklehead giving you an attitude he just got hired on. But to me, it's more of giving back. I feel like I sucked up so much from my community and took so much from it that I'm trying to at least give some back, give some forward. Every guy that I got working is one of those guys out there getting shot or shooting somebody. Wow. That's one of those guy out there right on the wall. That's one of those guys going to rob your mom. That's one of those guy, and it goes on, and hopefully they can convey that same message to their kids, and slowly but surely, you try to get your neighborhood back in the right way. People say all day long, I love my hood, I love my neighborhood, but they're destroying it. I love my hood, I love my neighborhood. And I'm talking about North Hollywood, I'm not talking about the gang, I'm just talking about the city. I've never left. If I didn't give a shit about my city, I would have been gone. So I'm trying to give back by helping them give back, and eventually, hopefully, we can actually make a difference out of it.
And what would you tell like some of these youngsters out there that have the attitude like, I don't give a fuck, or I'm about this? Because I mean, a lot of guys, when we were young, used to hear stuff, and now that I think back, I remember those conversations, but I'm like, damn, what could I have said or heard differently at that time that would have changed my mind?
It's kind of tough to get at those guys because they're already sucked up in the game so deep. The ones I can talk to right now would be guys that are about to join or thinking about joining the gang, and the guys who are coming out of that fucking ride and coming out of prison at the back
Looking
door.
for an exit.
Looking for an exit. These guys are in there. It's a little bit tougher to get at them because right now you're just an old motherfucker that don't know what the fuck he's talking about. I don't know shit. Or they're just in the ride and they're just not. I don't give a fuck. And I get that. But what I would say is to anybody who hasn't joined a gang, don't do it, dude. I rode the whole ride, brother.
Yeah.
On that back side, it's just a cliff. It's like me. I fell on that cliff and I'm coming up. I'm bruised up. And I'm telling that youngster, "Hey, dude, don't go down that fucking door. You're gonna fall on the cliff."
Yeah.
And they keep on going in it.
Yeah.
And the fucked up part of that, I want to say, it's a lot to do with self-esteem. It's a lot to do with you ain't shit. You're dumb. I heard it all when I was a kid too. And I'll say straight up, I think my self-esteem was fucked up because if I'm willing to die for my neighborhood, it's not even an investment. That investment don't give you shit back.
Don't own shit in the community.
Nothing. But to the youngsters who haven't joined the Marines, dude. Join the service. At least they got a dental plan. You want to shoot somebody? You want to go gun ho the right way? Join the fucking Marines.
Yeah.
They'll give you a strap. They'll give you insurance. They'll give you dental. If you die, they're going to give some of your parents. You die in the hood, you get a little beer thrown down, you keep it pushing.
So how do most of the guys contact you? Is it like word of mouth, or do people like just like dudes inside know about you and they're like, "Hey man, go holler at Gil, man"?
In my neighborhood, pretty much everybody knows.
Okay.
I'm like the plug, but like I said, I slang, but I slang concrete.
Okay.
I don't slang dope, I slang concrete, and I try to teach these guys a trade. And like I tell them, you can work for me, just learn something, and if you want to go somewhere else, I'm not gonna get hurt. I'm not gonna be butthurt about it. This is just a stepping stone, brother, to find another job, maybe more money. Get out there and fucking learn how life really is. And to a lot of these guys, yeah, I'm like their mentor, like a father figure. But I've been there and I've done it, and they all know it. So it's not like some guy just off the street saying, "Oh, you should do this, you should do that." I've been there, brother, and the movie they think they're fucking living, it's a fucking rerun. I live that shit in HD, and you know what? It's a fucked up ending.
Yeah.
A lot of homies that are my age, they're in and out of prison, they're on dope. Don't get me wrong, I do have quite a few also that are doing their thing as they should, but most of them ain't really helping out anymore. They just they get their shit and they bounce, and I get it. But like I said, I got a lot of love for my neighborhood, and that's why I'm still here.
And so, what are some of the things you have going on in the future? What's some of the things you're currently working on?
Well, actually, right now we're working on a hotel down in downtown LA. We're doing a retrofit job there. We're doing a structural concrete in Hollywood. We're doing some pretty decent sized concrete projects, and these guys, I mean, the crews are big, but these guys are there. They're along for the ride, and they're working and they're learning.
So, if guys are trying to, reach you to try to get a job, or they're looking to try to, seek employment, how would they get a hold of you, man?
Well, it's not necessarily getting a hold of me. It's this is what I tell everybody who comes and asks me for a job when I see them. I say boots, hard hat, and vest. If you're walking on a construction site, you better have some boots, hard hat, and vest on, because if you're walking in with tennis shoes and you're asking for a job, I'm like, dude, you ain't ready. So that's the first thing I always tell guys. Half of the guys never come back. Some of the guys come back knocking. I got my boots, hard hat, and vest. All right, let's do this. I'll put you out to work. But I mean, as of right now, I haven't really thought about giving my info out. I just, my message is work, whatever it is, brother, and good things are gonna happen to you. We've been fighting since the 70s, 80s, 90s, 50 years in all the gangs.
Yeah.
What the fuck do we got to show for it?
Exactly.
Absolutely nothing. And there's a much bigger, better life out there, but you got to go out there and get it. And you got to go out there and hustle. America is just a big yard. And it's the same thing. Just like when you're in the yard, in the joint, you do certain things, you get put in the hole. You break certain laws in America, you go to jail. But at the end of the day, it's just a big hustle. And every time you go to jail, it's just harder and harder to get into the game.
Yeah, because you're starting from scratch.
Yeah, you're starting from scratch. And let's say you get out, you start, like we're saying, you slang dope, you start making all this money, you go to jail, you reverse. You're always in the negative.
Yeah.
Life is hard enough as it is without joining a fucking gang.
That's right.
When you join a gang, boom, you're off the back in the negative. And my thing is, people are talking about, the inner city, this and that. We're killing ourselves, brother. I mean, this is brown and black. We're fucking killing ourselves. You got nobody else to blame when this guy gets shot by his own brother. Even brown and black, we're killing ourselves while everybody else is making their fucking money.
Yeah, laughing.
Yeah, pretty much. And that's my thing. It's all lies. It's all smoke and mirrors. It's bullshit. The gang life, it's lies, dude. It's lies. Chalk it up and keep it pushing, dude.
Yeah. Hey, there you guys have it, man. OG Gil kicking his story, giving some insight on how you stay out of prison and how to make something of yourself. Take heed. Hopefully you guys will, look forward to your comments. This is Big Herc with OG Gill, Fresh Out, Life After Penitentiary. Lockdown's over. Get your yard time in. Exclusively at FreshOutSeries.com.